Hello and welcome to the Masculine Academy channel. Today we are going to break down the top 5 gym myths that prevent you from achieving your goals and slowing you down. Let's start it. First one, there's a belief that long steady cardio is the best way to lose weight. That's not true. It's very true that long steady cardio, for example, if you run for 30 minutes, if you cycle for 30 minutes or 1 hour, is very good. Subsequently, you're going to burn fat, burn calories, and you're likely to lose weight. That's very true. However, this is not the best way to lose weight. The best way to lose weight is what we call HIIT workout, high intensity interval training workout. For example, working out intensively for 20 seconds and then stopping for 10 seconds. There are also a type that is called Tabata workout that is very similar. But the purpose of it is to be able to work out very hardly for maybe a short period of time, get a bit of rest, and then repeat it multiple times. You can organize it in multiple rounds as well. And why is it the best way to lose weight? First, it is the best way to lose weight because it's very time efficient. Instead of working out maybe for 40 minutes on the treadmill, you're going to be working out for maybe 10, 15 or even 20 minutes, which is much better. At the same time, you burn much more calories by doing a HIIT session. Your body is going to consume more calories while doing the activity. You will also increase your metabolism. You will increase the energy that your body requires in order to function, even when you're resting. You're going to also improve your cardiovascular ability by doing HIIT session because you're going to hit very high heart rate when you're going to work out, and that's very good for your body and especially for your heart. And at the same time, it's very good because you can do multiple type of workouts. One day you can do burpees and jack, the next day you can do jumping jacks and push-ups. There are lots of different combinations, and every single day you can have a different type of HIIT workout, which is great. It's a great way to lose weight, and at the same time it is a great way to do different type of activities. The myth number 2 is that lifting weight will drive you to put on a lot of muscle. Lifting heavy weight, but that's not true. Lifting heavy weight on its own is not going to drive you to build much more muscle. And I have a testimony from one of my good friends. He's been lifting weight for so many years and he was not putting on muscle. But as soon as he started to improve his diet, then the results were phenomenal. So the key is obviously to lift weight, have good workout sessions, but at the same time to have a great diet to support this workout. If you only do one side but you don't do the other side, you only work out but you don't eat properly, then you're not going to build as much muscle as possible. And this is so important because obviously when you're putting so much effort into the gym, you want to have the benefit, when sometimes it's just about having the right type of diet, improving your carbs, improving your protein intake. And as we say, it's recommended to eat 2 grams of protein per kg that you weigh. So let's say that you weigh 80 kg, maybe you need 160 grams of protein a day. That's the recommendation. The third myth, doing loads of crunches will give you a 6-pack. It's actually very interesting that so many people are trying to see that doing multiple crunching, all type of different exercises, especially around the abs area, is going to give them a 6-pack. Let me tell you something. My experience. At some point in the past few years, I started to really work out, and obviously I keep working out on a really good basis. However, the time where I started to have the 6-pack and I started to be really well designed in terms of my body shape, I didn't do any type of crunches. It was all about lifting weight, compound exercises. But at the same time, if you believe that only doing crunches is going to help you building abs, you're mistaken. What tends to happen is that you will have a fat layer on top of your abs, and this is why the abs are not visible. But the fact that you are doing a lot of crunches or a lot of abs exercises is leading to improving your core ability, which is good. But this is not going to help you to have a 6-pack necessarily, especially if you have fat on top of it. When you get to a stage where your 6-pack is visible, it makes sense to have and to do a lot of exercises around this abs area in order to improve and to build up the muscle. And you have to know that abs like any other muscle, you have to work with weight. This is the way you're going to build them and to grow them as well. The fourth myth is that an extremely restrictive diet is going to help you to lose weight on a regular basis. It's very true that the formula to lose weight is how much calories you take minus how many calories you burn. Okay, so if you're negative, it means that you're going to lose weight. If you're positive, you're likely to gain weight. But at the same time, having an extremely restrictive diet doesn't necessarily always help. There will be times where you have to feed the muscles. Why? Because muscles are a great way to lose weight. Muscle on their own, even when you're resting, the muscle is burning calories. The bigger the muscle, the more chance you have to burn calories even when resting. So the idea is to keep and maintain this muscle mass so you can burn calories even when resting. So restrictive diet is good, yes, if you want to cut, for example, a bit. However, you should make sure that you maintain your muscle mass. And that's so important because I see so many people cutting their diet, but at the same time, they are losing so much muscle that they have taken months to build. So when you're cutting your diet, make sure that you feed enough protein to your muscles and you work out efficiently in order to maintain this muscle while losing fat. The fifth myth is that you have to eat every 2 hours in order to feed your body properly, especially when you're cutting. It's very true that when you're cutting, you're likely to be very hungry on a regular basis. However, eating every 2 hours is not necessarily feasible for everyone, first of all, and it's not always the best way to do it. There will be times where you can do like what we call intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is a great way to lose weight because you're reducing the calories intake. Because eating 2 hours is great, but eating 2 hours good food is great. If you eat 2 hours loads of calories, then you're not going to lose a lot of weight. That's for sure. And I have a bonus for you today. The sixth myth is that you can lose the fat. There are so many people that believe, for example, that you can do loads of different crunches, and by doing these crunches, you're going to burn the fat around this area. There are people that believe that doing plank or, for example, squatting, that will allow you to reduce fat. But that's not possible. When you lose fat everywhere. And this is why when you lose fat, you will lose fat even on your fingers, even on your toes. You might even reduce your shoe size because of the fact that you've lost weight, especially if you've lost a lot of weight. So the body is losing weight all the time, but everywhere around the body when you're cutting. So in this situation, it's very important to acknowledge that the fat that you lose, you cannot locate it in a specific area. And I know it is frustrating because sometimes we want to keep, for example, a large glutes, for example, or a nice breast or a nice chest, and when we are cutting, we are losing everything. So it's so important that you understand that you cannot lose the fat. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you like it, leave a comment on it, and also feel free to subscribe. If you want some more video like this, I advise you to watch this video or this video.